Mary Poppins Returns is the sequel to the beloved 1964 original classic starring Julie Andrews. This time, Emily Blunt takes on the role of Mary Poppins. It takes place 25 years after the events of the original film, and Michael and Jane Banks have all grown up now, and Michael Banks is about to lose their family house because of the bank foreclosing after some loans and stuff. They're all in despair, they're all feeling a bit down in the dumps, so Mary Poppins comes back to put some joy and happiness into their lives once more. Now, I watched the original Mary Poppins for the very first time last night. I know that's quite surprising, but I really enjoyed it. But even haven't seen Mary Poppins, I was still looking forward to Mary Poppins Returns, because from the trailer it looked like a really old-fashioned style Disney musical, harkening back to the 1950s and those classic era of Disney musicals, and that's exactly what the film does. I adored this film. I had such a delightful time watching it, and that's the best word I can use to describe this film in one word: delightful. First off, Emily Blunt as Mary Poppins, pitch perfect. She was just so good in this film. If there was anybody to ever follow the footsteps of the legendary Julie Andrews, she was practically perfect in every single way. Yeah, I know that was cheesy, but it works. Oscars, Best Actress, Emily Blunt. Let's make it happen. Everyone else in the film did fine jobs as well. Lin-Manuel Miranda was really good as Jack. Ben Whishaw was good. Emily Mortimer was good. Colin Firth was good. Meryl Streep was good for the brief second that she was in it. But I gotta give major props to the kids in this film. They were awesome. These are some of the best kid performances I've seen in some time. Sometimes kid actors, especially in live-action Disney films, can be really cringy and really hard to buy into. Not these kids. They were on point throughout the entire film. They were really impressive. Let's go back to that old-fashioned Disney tone, because that is definitely my favourite part about Mary Poppins Returns. I just felt like I was back in the 1950s watching the latest Walt Disney picture on the big screen. It was just so wonderful to watch with all the musical numbers. The choreography was just amazing, especially the one sequence where Jack and all the other Lantern Boys are like dancing on the lamppost and there's the BMXs flying around. Yeah, BMXs in a Mary Poppins film. Sounds weird, but it works. Everything from a production standpoint and the execution of all the old-fashioned Disney tone, it was just so incredibly well done. But I gotta praise the 2D animated sequence, because there's another one of those in here like in the original film. I was expecting that sequence to be really jarring for some reason. It was one of, if not my favourite sequence in the film. It was just so incredible to see that old-fashioned style 2D animation on the big screen again. It gave me a lot of nostalgia, and it was just amazing to see that in a brand new film on the big screen in 2018. The only real issue that I have with this film is that there are parts where it does feel derivative of the first one. Not really in terms of plot points, but in terms of specific sequences and the order in which the sequences happen. For instance, about 2/3 into the way of this film, they go visit Meryl Streep's character, who's kind of an eccentric person whose house is kind of turned upside down and she's on the ceiling of sorts. And 2/3 of the way into the original film, they go visit that guy who's laughing so hard he's floating into the air, so he's also kind of on the ceiling. You see what I mean? Similar kind of sequence happening around about the same time in both films. And about 3/4 of the way in, there's a sequence with Jack and all the Lantern Boys dancing, and there's a similar sequence in the first one with Dick Van Dyke and all the chimney guys dancing on the roof as well. So there were those parts that did feel similar to the original Mary Poppins, but not to the point where it feels like a rehash of the first one. Those parts of the film didn't really bother me. They didn't detract from the experience for me. It's just worth mentioning because some people will take bigger issue with there being derivative elements of this film. Overall, guys, I had a really wonderful time with Mary Poppins Returns. I love the old-fashioned Disney tone. I love the music. I love the production design, the choreography of some dance music sequences. It was all really great. The performances across the board were fantastic. The kids were amazing. All the supporting players were really good. Emily Blunt was just perfect as Mary Poppins. It's an incredibly uplifting film that demands that you leave the cinema with a smile on your face. And in this day and age, this is the kind of film that I think we needed. I'm going to give Mary Poppins Returns a 4.5 out of 5. Thanks for watching as always, guys. Tell me in the comments below what you thought of Mary Poppins Returns and how does it compare to the first one for you. And if you want to see more of my stuff, click on one of these and I'll see you all next time.